let's look at another electrolysis process which called electroplating. What is electroplating? Electroplating is coating a metal by a metal using an electrical energy, right? For instance, if we have a spoon here, this spoon, we want to beautify it and we want to make it that we prevent it from rusting, right? Or corrosive or corrosion. So this spoon, let's say, is made up of a cheap material like nickel or like any material. Let's say nickel is made up of nickel. So we want this material to make it beautiful. The spoon, a shiny spoon, and we want to make its physical appearance look expensive, and then we sell it. So what are we going to do? We're going to coat this spoon, which is a metal, by another metal that will make the spoon good. We're going to coat the spoon by this metal, which is a silver, right? So we call that process of doing that is electroplating, right? So one of the purposes of electroplating, guys, as I've mentioned before, it's improvement of the physical appearance, which is beautifying the material and protect the material from rusting and corrosion, right? So now if you look at this process, what do we have here as a solution? This solution, since we are coating the spoon with a silver, so we must have an electrolyte that is made up of silver, which is the silver what? Nitrate. Remember, we cannot have a silver chloride there. We can have a silver sulfate there. So it must be silver and electrolyte because we have silver. So there will be silver ions in the solution, right? So let's look at the battery. The battery, we have a positive terminal and the negative terminal. We know the side in which the positive terminal is connected is going to be what? An anode. And the side in which the negative terminal is connected, which is the spoon, it's going to be a cathode, right? The cathode is negative in this side, right? We have our anode. So the electrons, as you can see there, they're moving this way to there, right? So the spoon become electrically negative there. So what is happening? The free moving silver ions that are there in the solution, they will be attracted in the spoon. Remember, the cation will be attracted to the cathode, right? So what is going to happen? The spoon is going to, the silver is going to be, the silver ion are going to be deposited there. So as the silver ions that are here in the solution, they'll be attracted there. They'll be attracted there, the silver ion, right? And they'll form a silver coating there on top of the spoon. Eventually, that spoon will become what? Silver, right? It depends on whatever material it was. So in the cathode side, we have the Ag plus, and it gains the electron, which is the silver ion. They gain the electrons that are here. So it's one electron and become what? Ag in a solid state, which is this solid state. It's this solid that is here that we are talking about, right? So this one is one of the desirable reaction that we want. We want this for silver to reduce. The silver is reduced to silver solid, which is that forms there. Now let's look at an anode. Let's look at an anode. What is happening at an anode? Right? In an anode, guys, is this silver electrode or the silver bar, which is it's an electrode that conducts electricity. So the electrons, they leave to the cathode and it becomes positively charged. So as it becomes positively charged, the silver ion are corroding to the water, which is the electrolyte. They're corroding to that. So now these silver ions, they go there, they attracted there. These silver ions are attracted there, they go there, right? And those silver ions, they deposited or they corrode from this electrode, and then they're attracted to that silver spoon, and then they coat that. That's electroplating, right? That's electroplating. So what is happening in this side, of an anode? It's a silver metal. It's a silver metal which releases the electron, which is what is happening there. It's the oxidation. There's an oxidation in the silver solid, which is this. It's corroding to Ag plus with the electrons. So that is what is happening there. Those are the half reactions that are happening there, right? And guys, in this side we have what we call here, it's a reducing agent. So this is the reducing agent, and this is the oxidizing agent, right? Guys, what is happening here? Remember, as the copper ions are corroding to the solution, right? And the rate in which these copper ions are deposited there is the same rate these copper ions are reduced there, which means that the rate of oxidation is the same rate of reduction there, right? Now, this simply means that the concentration of copper ions, let me state this, it's important. The concentration, not copper, sorry, the concentration of silver ions here in the solution remains constant, because, as I've mentioned, because the rate of oxidation is equal to the rate of reduction. Right, guys? That's electroplating in the nutshell, right? That's electroplating in the nutshell. Guys, if we can write the net there, it's going to be the net reaction, or the net cell is going to be the silver, which is in a solid state, plus the silver in an aqua state, and that produces the silver in a solid state plus the silver in an aqua state. Do you see that? There's no net in a way there. There's no net. Guys, that's the electroplating there, right? And what you need to make sure, guys, is that the concentration remains constant here of the silver ion. It's only silver that is here. It's only silver that is reducing. It's only silver that is oxidizing, right? So when I mean the concentration of silver there, I also mean the concentration of what? Of the concentration of silver nitrate as well. So if the concentration of silver ion remains constant, that means the concentration of silver nitrate remains constant there. I hope that makes sense. The spoon here, guys, will gain mass, and this silver electrode will decrease mass. So here there's a mass decrease, and here there's a mass increase. Come on, mass increase. Very important that always the metal that is going to be coated, which is the spoon, it's always the cathode. The one that is coating the other is an anode. That's always the case.